Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, friends, well wishers of Biafra people all over the world. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press who are seated in your different location to listen to the United States of Biafra State of the Union address today, as we'll address Biafra people on current affairs, the progress, challenges, if any, we've had since the last State of the Union address. Fellow Biafran citizens all over the world, both in the homeland and in exile, I bring to you today a liberation message. This day we've seen again that the terrorist state, Nigeria, the lawless state, the failed and collapsed entity called Nigeria, has failed and continue to fail in the judiciary. The judiciary of Nigeria is not the hope of a common man. That has been proven today from the court where Nnamdi Kanu was denied bail. This is not what we have come to do today, but it is very important that we remind our people, like we have said before, Nnamdi Kanu will be released in a historic manner. The key to his freedom lies in our palm. My fellow Biafran, how far we have gone as a government will surprise many of you, especially those who never believed that Biafra will emerge as a nation. In 1960s, Biafra incurred the enmity of the major world powers, the former colonial power, Great Britain, and even the era of the Organization of African Unity. Biafra did meet the test of the statehood under the criteria of the 1933 Montevideo Convention on the right and duties of state. These criteria are not limited to population, government, the ability to enter into foreign relations, and control of territory. Biafra case were different. However, almost all international laws and their sources try to categorize Biafra as a footnote and a failed attempt at secession, or even branded them as rebellion. rather than a recognized state that once existed and brutally conquered. Today, the power that be depriving Biafra people the freedom they merited has succeeded in planting hatred, greed among Biafrans, especially those that represent Nigeria within Biafra territory. Many of those believe that Biafra is dead. But today, we have proven them wrong. That out of greed, wickedness, jealousy, and selfishness, they succumb to the narrative of the power that corrupted Nigeria. And today they sing with one voice that Biafra is dead. We have disappointed them. The fact remains that Biafra was the first African post-colonial state, in that it was not based on some former administrative unit of imperialism. Fellow Biafrans, in April 2023, Biafra restored its exile government, which was ratified by the adoption of the Health Declaration of 2023 and Biafra Charter. The restoration of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the Helsinki Declaration has reaffirmed the independence of Biafra. When the Biafra-Nigeria genocidal war ended in 1970, many of those who fought the war fled into exile. In 1999, the Biafra agitation resurfaced again. In 2007, a new exile government was formed. It was collapsed, remained dormant. In 2023, we restored the Biafra exile government. I want you to understand today that whatever the government has done is in accordance with international law. The definitive goals and the purpose of the Biafra Republic government in exile have been made public both in the media and in the print media, and also have been communicated to many countries of the world. Our goals and our purpose is to secure the freedom and liberty of the Biafra people. Our goal and objectives to represent the sovereignty and the interests of the Biafra throughout the world. The objective and purpose of the Biafra Republic government in exile is to engage in international relationship and diplomacy with the government, state, nations, and organizations. The objectives and the purpose and goals of the Biafra Republic government in exile is to organize for the security of the people of Biafra, their properties and land, and the people that inhabit every territorial part of Biafra land. Our goals remain to obtain diplomatic recognitions for the sovereign state of Biafra. The Biafra Republic government in exile goals, objective, and purpose is to organize the negotiation of trade and other economic activities.
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as the what. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Oh yeah, let's go down to the news proper. As the hot don't share for the land of the indigenous people of Biafra. As Nnamdi Kanu don revealed power wey be say e dey for im clothes. That's one cloth wey im dey wear all the time. E be like say na there in Abido Sheka dey. I go bring you back that information, make you dey see as matters dey go. Say the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike one of Ndigbo, don talk the power wey dey that one cloth wey im dey wear all the time, and then don't talk the reason why in the wear only that one cloth. They come for the law court all the time. I go bring you back that information. But before I go fulfill that promise to you, I want carry you go to Okwoma, Okwoma. Tomorrow I go return. You got some people who know that song. Okwoma, tomorrow I go return. That one, Nnamdi, one Ghana music like that. If you grow for Empire of the Anambra side, if you understand the Ogbe, Umwaba, Unano Asidebi, by Nnamdi, by Sequencer, by everything, by Asidebi, I say shout out to all my listeners. Shout out to all the newbies. If not today, we be say they join this channel. Shout out to all the people we be say they did for me, even from the onset where this channel they debut them. Shout out to everyone where they pay attention to all the story, why they listen, why they produce. Shout out to Nekuwanye, Ijele. Shout out to each and every one of you. I say mili atana masya azu anwuna egbe belu go belo nke silibi ebe na nku akwa ni amanya gosi ebe oge ebe asina ụmụnna nwezu akụ ila na nwana asinya dikwala onye ukwu dịla onye nta mma nya dịla ikwu n'ibe mma dịlu ndị enyi m mma dịlu ndị ilo m mma maka na Chineke si na mmadụ mega aji ife na oyokwa gị mmiri na gisi kunye ka ọnwa na mgbe na-eme ya ni na-ebulu obukoku na-ebukwasị ya n'isi ngwanụ make we take and run. If Babylon see was ka agbapia so na broken us make we take and run. If na for English you go say let's move. As it be the leader of the soldiers where we say they killed at Okwoma, don't talk say the killers where we say them by the soldiers say they carry their weapon wakao ha. Soldier people say that one nine be the one where they vest them bad. Say the people where we say they carry out that particular operation after they buy those soldiers, they only leave one person alive. Now they come put her carry their weapon waka. They say now that one now be the versation where we say they carry them. They say that weapon, they say they go return them back. Make I carry you go for the full detail of that information. I see the be soldiers don't report say the killer of the 17 military personnel in Delta carted away their weapons. The Nigerian army, and then they report that one. The Nigerian army. Hold on there. I want to show you something. The Nigerian army don't talk say the hoodlums where we say they killed their military personnel in Delta State also carted away their weapons belonging to the slain personnel. The general officer commanding 6th Division of the Nigerian Army and Joint Task Force South-South Operation in Delta State, Jamal Abdulsalam, disclosed this on Thursday, according to a statement by the spokesperson of the Army Division, Jonah Danjuma, a lieutenant colonel. Premium Times reported how suspected residents of the Okoma community and 14 marched, ambushed, and murdered the commanding officer of the 181 Army Amphibious Battalion, 2 majors, 1 captain, and 13 soldiers. The troops were ambushed and killed while responding to a distress call during a clash between Okoma and Okoloba communities in South-South State. The military on Saturday said a total of 16 soldiers were killed, but on Monday it posted the names and photos of 17 soldiers, including the commander, a lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, 1 captain, and 13 others. Speaking Wednesday, Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Samuel Obuku, paid him a condolence visit at division headquarters in Port Harcourt Barracks on Thursday. Mr. Abu Salam, a major general, said troops will be firm, strong, decisive, and professional in conducting operations to arrest hoodlums and recover the weapons. He said the Chief of Army Staff, Torid Lagwaja, issued the directive to the troops carrying out the operation. The army chief further said the troops would continue to be in the creek until the hoodlums were arrested and weapons recovered. He reiterated that propaganda, arm twisting, blackmailing, intimidation, and false narrative would not distract troops from staying on course to achieve their objectives. Mr. Abdulsalam called on people of Niger Delta region to go about their normal activities. The army chief appealed to people in the communities to assist the troops with information about the location of the fleeing criminals and the weapons that were carted away from the hoodlums. If we allow criminals to continue to attack our security forces, there will be anarchy, he said. He stressed that troops would not rest until all the hoodlums involved in the murder of the military personnel were tracked down. Mr. Abdulsalam reassured that the operation against the attackers was being conducted in such a way that, going forward, nobody would completely contemplate attacking military personnel in uniform. Earlier, Mr. Obuku, while commiserating with the army chief, said the agency was concerned about the attack. The NDDC boss said the people of Niger Delta region are not in support of the murder of the military personnel. When I don't see as it happen, this one are the one where we say it they happen for Niger Delta. If not my people, they go say onye kotalo, siogo die kotalia. When as soon I don't see as it happen for the obodo because of matter where some two people gather together do for the NIG them army them boys. And in them don't verse, they say as the people can't carry their weapon, they say they go tandadia. They say they go tandadia for that creek until that weapon is recovered. I don't think, are you smelling some political proper if you put Anganda? And you know, because sometimes the things we say they happen for the obodo. We ourselves, we dey confused for the matter. But if you say make the nyokopus well, make you no go be say it get some olumonyos, maybe some minerals, we be say some people want to cover for that place now in the cost. That matter will be say it go there. Meanwhile, I go see make some investigation to bring to you waiting be the matter where did they cause that Okwama matter make you know as it be. Back to the base, Nnamdi Kanu don't review why in the wear one outfit to court all the time. Make we go to the full detail of the information. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has reviewed why he wears the same outfit to court. Daily Post reports Kanu has been appearing in court in a white Fendi attire since his trial began in 2021. Responding to a journalist who asked why he was wearing the same attire on Tuesday, Kanu said, "They didn't give me any outfit." Daily Post reports that Kanu on Tuesday urged the Federal High Court to send him to Kuje prison. He alleged that the Department of State Service (DSS) had no medical facility to treat him, adding that there was a conspiracy for him to die in the agency's custody. We don't see as it happen. That one, now one way to say it come from Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and don't reveal why in the wear only one clothes they go for the court as it be all that time as it be. As it be, currency speculators should quickly sell their dollars to avoid sorrow, tears, presidency warns. Say you get some people where we say they hot dollar because they say the rate of dollar they go high. So as the rate they come down, some people don't they hot their dollar. Say may they wait know whether the rate go high because before they go sell them. As it be, but presidency don't issue one and say, make they say the dollar before they go cry. As it be, the office of the president has issued a warning to forex speculators, indicating that the value of the naira is expected to increase soon. According to Daily Post, Bayo Ononuga, special advisor on information and strategy to President Bola Tinubu, advised speculators to sell off their dollars promptly to avoid potential losses. This advice came following the Central Bank of Nigeria's announcement that it has successfully cleared a backlog of 7 million in foreign exchange transactions, which was inherited by Governor Yemi Cardoso. According to Mrs. Hakama Sidi Alai, Acting Director of Corporate Communication at the Central Bank of Nigeria, all valid claims from the backlog have been settled. The CBN engaged Deloitte Consulting, an independent auditing firm, to thoroughly assess the transaction, ensuring that only legitimate claims were processed. Any suspicion transactions were referred to the appropriate authorities for further investigation. The effort of the CBN to address the foreign exchange backlog seemed to be yielding positive results, as evidenced by a significant increase in external reserves. As of March 7, 2024, the reserves stood at $34.11 billion, marking the highest level in 8 months. Onanuga, in response to this development, took to social media to express optimism, stating, with backlog efforts settled, the naira is set to appreciate further faster. Currency speculators should quickly dump their stock of dollars to avoid sorrow and tears. This one is coming from the Nigerian government, and this is their promise to the masses that dollar is going to appreciate soon instead of depreciating. My point is that many times the government then tell us things without a proper investigation and analysis to be able to ascertain whether that particular thing is going to work out. Look at the issue of the student loan. When the government promised the masses that very soon they are going to ascend the student loan, and students in Nigeria will be able to access their loan to be able to complete their educational career. But when I saw that update, I said, giving a student loan in Nigeria is not the issue. Are the government going to provide a means of employment that will also enable these students to pay back this loan? It is not about adopting some foreign processes and some foreign methods. The thing is that for you to adopt any foreign method, you have to look at the structures that has been put in place. In America, in Britain, and other developed countries, students have access to loan to be able to further their education. Another thing the government need to consider is that after in these developed countries, the students who also have loan allowance to complete their education, the government have also provided a work system whereby that once you are coming out of school with a good grade, you will have a place you can be employed so that you will be able to pay back this loan from to government, and government deduct this money from your payment every month. And also somehow you determine how these loans are going to be paid, whether you want a long-term loan, a short-term loan, or something like that, depending on you. But now the government proposed a student loan without first preparing the ground first, giving a good structure whereby this loan can fall on. And now they were caught on the way, and they have abandoned that loan. Of course, you know that loan is not going to happen again. You don't see, as they happen, plenty promises where we say the government they give people for this nation. If you look at you gonna say now only 1% of them where the government don't fulfill. Politicians, when they want enter for the office, you go see them they fry akara with the woman where they fry akara. They don't even remove moko from children where they cry. You go even see them they do plenty things as they be. So that the people go love them. You go see people like many of them. Make I no go they call them. They go they share rice, they share beans, they share money. But immediately after the election, my people, for you to see these people, it is what is called going from the earth to the sky. Of course, you know is about 9,000 miles, about 9 million miles. My scientist brothers, you know that one is like it's 9 million miles. for you to go from this earth up to that sky there where they very hot. Now so e dey with politicians wey be say dey for Bluddy Naija to fulfill the promise wey they don make